Hello, guys. This is Kiko and Delson.
What's up, guys?
Bruh, you my first guest?
The first of many.
Bruh, I told you guys that I can do a mobile. Brother, where we stay?
We stay old ease at the beach.
Almost sunset. Look, nice the background. I told you. King's Mindset 808 Podcast 2.0 version. Honestly, how you like it, though?
I think it's sick, honestly. We be able to go anywhere, can talk to. It just opens up. I think you can because you can go anywhere. So you guys like meet at one restaurant.
What?
Can meet at one. Shout out Diesels. What?
What?
It can go top Mauna Kea if you guys like.
What?
Freezing.
Bruh, if you like show me the first place you can shoot one pig up in the mountain, let's go. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But diesels.
I think
That's
so.
kind. Before we start, you gotta do this. Diesels.
I think so.
What's going on at Diesels?
Diesels. Pohaku coming
I
June 13th, Friday night.
whoa,
10 p.m.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
12 a.m. Tickets is gonna sell out fast, so you guys better come.
If you don't come, I gonna sing. Whoa, yeah. Nah, maybe not. Nah, go down there, bro. Diesels is action. Those guys over there is good people.
Yeah, they take care of you, so make sure you check them out.
All right. So, Delson. The reason why we get Delson, today's a special day. Today is 1 year since his last podcast with me at King's Mindset 808.
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, with King's Mindset 808, I don't like to do the fluffy stuff. We just dive straight deep. Let's go. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. First question. Look, I even write questions down now.
He was prepared this time. Prepared
What?
this time.
Question number one. Seriously, though, I'm serious. But looking back at where you were a year ago, what moment you realized, what moment or realization do you think truly saved your life?
I think. Yeah, I think so. A year ago, what really did it for me was just feeling the love of my kids.
Mm.
I can kind of figure out that, and you told me this. I think at one point was that your kids is forever. Your kids is forever. Girlfriends, they could disappear. Wives can even disappear.
Yep.
You guys might break up. You guys might get divorced.
True.
You know, but your kids always gonna be there, no
100.
matter what. That's your blood.
100.
Yeah. So I think that was really the thing that really opened my eyes. I'm not saying that my kids wasn't important to me beforehand, but that really kind of was like, wow, I need to be here for them. I need to be present for them, and so, yeah.
So, when you say that, like, what events come up in your, like, when you talk about your kids growing up, hitting milestones in your life, like, which is the one that you, when you think about, like, make you like, bro, I gotta be there?
It's just honestly just the everyday kind of stuff, It's the Ila boy. He's always why to everything. The boy is why dad, and so just being able to be there for the small moments, is really what touches my heart, and obviously the big milestones too,
Right.
and it's just it is kind of hard right now because just certain the way life goes sometimes is not always the easiest. So right now I get to see my youngest son quite often, and I've been blessed to be a part of my other half, her kids' lives. And so she has 3 of them that we get, and to be there and just watch them grow and teach them when I have them, kind of teach them the things that I know, and show them the kind of love that they deserve, like that's gonna stick with them forever.
Yeah.
And so like just being able to be there for them, be there for Ila boy, and And eventually, for my older two kids, like they know, they all know. You ask all six of them, you know, individually. You can ask them, Uncle love you or Dad love you, and they gonna know,
100.
100%. They gonna know.
I seen you with your kids, bro. And I just see how much joy you have playing with your kids, how much joy they have playing with you. Obviously, there's a connection that you're really good with your kids.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll always be proud of. Is just being a father. Like that's one of the greatest blessings, if not the greatest blessing. I think you would agree because you get kids too.
Yeah, I agree. Just like today, I was just watching this Instagram post and I was crying like on baby. Be- because it's true. Think about it, right? Every kid you get on front seat to the show.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The show is them. Like every milestone, everything that they do, every single day. Like sometimes we all take it for granted. Me too. Get all nuts and irritated and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, when they reach 18, because I get experience with this, once they reach 18 and they start moving on, you start realizing, man, was I even paying attention to the show?
yeah,
You know what I mean? I had front row seats, free tickets,
VIP.
VIP,
Mm-hmm.
poo poos, everything. Right? So I was like, go text Drano. Drano, thank you for letting me be the front row. Yeah, it's not bullshit though. Like you
Yeah.
start thinking about it, bro. Like that's what the blessing is you get on front row to the seat of watching your kids grow up. And sometimes with all the stuff that we struggle with and all the things that we try to put them in and all the financial things and all you put all together all the stress and then sometimes we take our eye off the ball and understand like, bro, I get to watch this.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
And I mean, watching you and Rain, like your guys' relationship, like that is something I long for. That's something that I hope that I can get with all my kids is that type of relationship. Bro, you guys ever hang out with Rain and Kiko, bro? It's like this. Like
Yeah.
they finish each other's sentences, they know each other's jokes, they get the same sense of humor. It reminds me a lot of me and my dad too. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I can see that with your kids. I'm telling you, you're going to get the same thing.
yeah, I think so.
But yeah, kids. So your kids was the reason why.
Yeah,
Yeah?
100%.
It was on dog.
Yeah,
See?
yeah.
No place else. You get on dog back in the middle of one podcast. I tell you that much. We're on Sunset in the back.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. So question number two. Question number two. What's been the hardest part about staying on the right path and how do you push through when it gets tough?
I mean, I've preached about it throughout this last year. It's not motivation because you can be motivated for a day, but motivation only lasts for a little bit.
Temporary.
Yeah, motivation is an emotion. I feel like when you say, "Oh, I'm feeling motivated," that means you're going based off of your emotion. Discipline is the key. So the difference between discipline and motivation is that discipline you show up when you know like show up.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the things that you gotta do when you know like do them, and I think that was the biggest key in the last year of growth is discipline, but also being uncomfortable with change.
Mm. Change happens.
Change happens. The
All
the
the time.
biggest the I mean the biggest growth comes when you're uncomfortable. Because when you're comfortable, you're stagnant. When you're comfortable, you don't want to move, right? If you sit on your couch and you find one sweet spot on the couch, you're comfortable, right?
Right?
Like get up off the couch because you're comfortable.
Nope.
But you apply that to life, and it's like, you might be comfortable and you might be okay, yeah, whatever. But as you're comfortable, you're not moving. All these things is moving past you, and then next thing you know, you gotta play catch up, and that's the thing I don't like do. I don't like catch up. I don't like have to, you know. I'm kind of hard on myself. I think that's the discipline thing and knowing that I can do better is that even if I'm down, I just keep going.
Mm.
I keep going because nobody gonna save me.
Nope.
Nobody gonna save me. Nobody gonna do my work that I need to do for me.
Not even me.
Exactly. And so it's like I could be sad. I could, cry about it and just, sit there and mope. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have to play catch up, and I don't like play catch up.
hard, bro.
because there's
It's
more. You
hard.
got to do what you got to do, and then what you would miss.
Yeah.
So then you got to you juggle all of that, and more fast you can fall.
You know, we was made to create. That's why a lot of times when you're in this creative mode and you're building something, it's so exciting. Even though it's hard, yeah, it's exciting to build stuff. And sometimes when we build something and we get to a certain level, I'm guilty of this too. Then I stop. Then I go sit on the couch and I just cruise.
Yeah.
And then that feels good, but after a while, it gets boring.
Yeah.
It gets boring. What kind of dog that, bro? Gotta lock that dog up. No, but it gets boring. And what makes us happy in general is that we gotta see progression.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's for me watching you. Like my view of you is not personal and home stuff, right? And like I'm not there with you guys at home and all that
Yeah.
stuff. But I am there when you reach work.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I could put the boss hat on, but Delson last year versus Delson this year. When you go back to discipline, your discipline is way better this year. Like, man, you are truly coming into your own. I can see the work rate that you put in, and bro, like you go after it, and you go after it, and you use your gifts and your blessings, bro. You guys know, you guys see them on Instagram. I telling you guys right now, nobody make better videos than Brother Delson. I'm telling you, you like go try. Competition can. Hey, you blessed, bro. You do that stuff, unreal.
Yeah.
But the good thing about Delson, I'm gonna tell you guys, is that Delson's heart is good. So not only that, when you guys come to the dealership, and I speak in business side, when you guys work with Delson, and I know Delson, his heart is good. He therefore help you and really find what you're looking for, and he also therefore make your experience really fun. But no, Delson, I'm super proud of you, and then that's what I see. Yeah. You good? Let's go to the next question.
Yeah.
Okay. Number 3, who or what played the biggest role in your recovery that you never expected?
That's a hard one because there's so much people. There's so much people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you and the team, obviously, you guys give me a second chance coming back to the dealership, and that's huge. Because if I never have my job and I never have the culture and the community at work, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Your guys' support is so immense, and I am so thankful for that. But that's only half. That's only half the
There's
battle.
a lot of people.
Because
There you go.
I spend plenty time at work, but I also spend plenty time at home.
At home.
And my partner, and I'm super proud of this because
Okay, here we go.
in a day of Instagram, social media, dating apps, we met organically. And what does that mean? Some people might ask, because we're not familiar with that nowadays. Is we met at a Cars and Coffee. She stayed right here, hiding behind the camera, because be on this side.
She can
Wow.
sing, bro.
Yeah, she can. She can sing.
Blow my mind.
This
Anyway,
suck.
yeah.
But
Laughing at
yeah,
us.
we met organically, and the first time we met, it was just like, yeah, cool, and then the Instagram thing came up, but that was just for message, be like, hey, do you want to hang out? Pretty much, I'm kind of shortening things, and keeping it PG-13,
Okay.
because she was crazy for me. You know what I mean? Nah. She's still rolling her eyes. No, but she came. She's from Hilo. She came from Hilo to Kona just for hang out with me, and she could have chose to do whatever else she wanted to do on her free time when she never have her kids, because that's her time. But she came to spend time with me, and I think after the first time we didn't hang out, that was it. That's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah. We pretty much never stopped hanging out after the first time. So, but having somebody that's so supportive of you in all aspects of life is the best tool that you can have as a man.
Yes, I 100% agree. Your wife or your girl that you with get two things. She can multiply you. She can multiply you negatively or she can multiply you positively. Guys, get one wife, get one girl that will multiply your talents hundredfold. And it's true, right? The ones who nag, the ones who always questioning your dreams and always crushing your dreams and always not there for support you in your rough times, those are negative. Those will fold negatively 100 times. But the ones is with your dreams, the one is there for you, the one is there when you down, the one is there for pick you up, right? And then they believe in you. Those are the ones that go in, take your talents and multiply them 100 times,
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
So you found a good one.
I think so. I think so.
Think so?
Yeah.
Slap your radio.
No, plenty of people that tell that see me now and the way that I am, and I mean I'm a pretty open book, so people know about us, and everybody at work is like, you better keep this one. She's good for you. So
Hmm.
yeah.
So speaking of that, guys no change. I want to tell you straight. Guys no change for nobody. Only the ones they like. Yeah. So if you're struggling for changing, man, he don't like you.
Oi.
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 Yeah, nah. But true.
It is.
But true.
It
but
is.
true. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie in King's mindset 808.
No.
Okay, you ready? Number
Mhm.
4.
Yeah.
I read slow. This is how slow I read for real. If you guys ever read my book, only 25 pages. This is the reason why. Okay. If you could go back and speak to the version of yourself from 1 year ago, what would you say?
Well, the first thing wouldn't be words. I would slap this guy in the back of his head. I tell you, like you just want to get fresh feet and slap him with a handful of alcohol. Yep. But no, I honestly I would tell him. I would look him in the eyes and tell him, "You think this is hard?" And I would almost laugh, because I look back at it,
Mm.
a year ago. I'm just like, huh, I was over here in the darkest mental state of my life, like really bad,
Mm.
and I thought it was the end of my world. I honestly thought it was the end of my world, and now I look back at it, I'm like, but I was so minor, like as far as like the mental strength, and so now it's just like I would tell him, like, bro, just as much, as that did hurt,
Yeah.
like in that just that time period, how much it hurt my heart. It's just, you're gonna be okay.
You going?
You're gonna be okay, and don't let this affect you to the point where you cannot be here for your kids,
Mm-hmm.
and you stop. So it's like you's pretty much giving up on creating your own story and creating your future. Because I'm a firm believer that you're in control of your tomorrow. So
It's like they said, you inhale, you keep walking, you keep going through them.
mm-hmm.
You don't stop. If you inhale, you keep walking.
Yep.
Eventually, gonna get better.
Yeah.
But don't stop and stay there. You can
Nope.
get burned.
Yep.
And I get experience with that too. Went through my divorce and everything, brother. Like, I had no time for like sulk and reminisce and all, bro. I just had to get my shit together.
Yep.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And I glad I did that.
Yeah.
Because I did not have time. Like, there is no benefit of looking over everything. Oh, bro, that's done. Move on. Move fast. Right? That's just my thing.
No, I know. I agree.
That's why I have one logo. That's why I have one logo called Rebuilt.
Yep.
My
There you
pain
go.
is my passion. That was my pain that would move me fast.
Yeah.
So if you guys ever did see the logo Rebuilt, that's what it means. But man, one last question, my man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before I say this, I appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you too, bro.
For real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For real.
I'm so stoked, bro. You're my first guest on 2.0.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shania like go home already. Okay, here we go. Hey, what's your message today to anyone out there who feels like they're stuck, broken, or about to give up?
Okay. I can pull out my phone for this one, because this honestly, I never know these questions, by the way. He never give me.
I was dancing in at work today. I said, Delson, you had some questions today, boy.
I honestly, this came up, I think 2 days ago.
Mm.
I wasn't prepared, so be patient.
Like you scrolling through the Bible. Am I
Yeah.
correct? Okay, cool.
So Romans 8:18. Yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later. So for me, to answer that question, it's very applicable because, in a moment where you feel like this is the end, like I was a year ago, where it was like, bruh, this is the darkest place, darkest mindset, mind state that I've been in. It's the most hurt that I've felt, and that's all I could see,
Great.
and because that's all I was focusing on. But Romans 8:18 says, what we suffer right now is nothing.
Nothing.
It doesn't say a little bit.
Nothing.
It says nothing is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later.
Mhm.
And now looking at that, from where I was, because I am, the people that may be watching this that is going through that right now, where I was to where I am now, I'm experiencing that glory. I'm experiencing that peace. I'm experiencing that joy. And you just gotta, as much as cliche as it sounds, you gotta stick through it. You gotta put your head down. You gotta put your trust and faith in God, and then you gotta do the work.
Yep. He's never gonna put you through anything you cannot handle.
Nope.
He preparing you for a greater life. Guys, if life was easy, you're not gonna have a great life. Guys never did ever have a great life just having it easy.
Exactly.
The bigger the trips, the bigger stuff you go through, he preparing your heart, he preparing your mind, because you know what? You get past that stage, you keep going through, he get blessings for you. And when you get those blessings, you're going to appreciate them because of the stuff that you went through.
Yeah, because if you never experienced the low lows, you wouldn't know how to handle the highs.
Nothing is on victory if you never go through one hard opponent.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
There you go.
Bruh, that was quick. That was 5 quick questions.
Yeah.
And like I said, I appreciate your time. Shania, appreciate your time.
Thanks, babe.
Sunset, Old Airport, Delson.
Dogs, birds, waves, sand, and one lone palm tree. Oh, yeah.
Well, this is Kiko and Delson. This is King's Mindset 808 coming to you live from anywhere nowadays. So again, if I ask you for be on my podcast, I can come to you. Just name the time and name the place.
One speed.
And one speed.
You can make one request for have me too.
Bro, it'll be fun. Me and you, we don't guess.
Yeah.
Because this guy is the life of the party, not me.
No.
Sometimes I'm too serious.
No, we just match each other's energy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Shania, you like say something? Oh, this is where she sing. I got it before we go. Yeah, Shania, I never know. Okay, sometimes we go out, hang out, and I like for sing karaoke every once in a while,
With me.
with him, because he make me brave. But this girl, she still watch us sing, and I try my best thinking, okay, we pretty good. The house went rock a little bit, especially when this guy sing, not too bad. And then I hear her sing, and I was like, how long I know her? Sometimes she go to the bar, listen us singing, and the whole time she way better than us. She's like, oh yeah, that was cute. That was cute.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys never see her sing, you guys should. I was amazed. So.
Yeah. You can if you're good, you can find them on TikTok. So.
Yeah, go check them out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hello everybody. Thank you for you guys' time. Thank you guys for checking out the video. And also, Delson, bro, proud of you. 1 year later, look where you stay. And it's only the beginning, brother.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
Big things happen for you.
Big things.
Big things.
Yeah.
I see it, bro.
Yeah.
100%.
Right on. Well, thank you guys for watching. And I'm excited to see who else is going to show up and, share this experience and share your experience because, it could change somebody's life.
Yep.
Signing out.
Aloha. Yeah. That was pretty cool, huh?
That was good. Good.